Have you ever wondered how the Indian Army prepared for the Tithwal offensive? Let's start with understanding the enemy. They were a formidable force made up of roughly 6,150 personnel, including Swatis, Mahsuds, locals, and Pakistan Army personnel. Their strength was divided into two sectors, Trahagam and Handwara, with Tithwal serving as the main supply base. Despite their strength, they were constantly on edge, wary of threats to their rear, and often avoiding direct confrontations. The enemy was alert and cautious, making the task for the Indian Army more challenging. So, how did the Indian Army strategize against such a formidable enemy? To counter this, units like the 3 Royal Garhwal Rifles and 1 Sikh were deployed in the Kupwara and Handwara sectors respectively. Additionally, 1 Madras was anticipated to join the brigade on May 15th. They stationed troops at various locations including Kupwara, Pethahir, Darugmal, Magam, and others. An infantry battalion, 1 battalion of J&K militia, and 1 mountain battery were also requisitioned. The strategic placement of the troops was crucial for the success of the operation. The Indian Army had a well-thought-out plan and strategy. The brilliance of this strategy lay in its element of surprise. By choosing the most difficult and least expected route for the main advance, the army aimed to catch the enemy off guard. They intended to use the cover of darkness to their advantage, further amplifying the surprise. A weak thrust was planned along the main Trahagam track. This was a strategic diversion designed to lure the enemy into sticking to their positions, effectively entrapping them. The terrain was challenging, and the lines of communication were long, so maintaining the troops was of paramount importance. Recognizing the need for additional support in such a formidable operation, the army requested extra troops. This included cavalry, field artillery, and engineering units, all of which would play crucial roles in the offensive. This meticulous plan aimed to catch the enemy off guard and secure a decisive victory. The troop concentration and movement were carefully orchestrated. The 3 Royal Garhwal Rifles and 1 Sikh were assigned to assemble in designated areas by the evening of D-1. 2 companies of the Garhwal Rifles were to gather at Kupwara, while the remaining troops, including 1 Sikh and 1 Madras, were to concentrate at a nearby Nala. All movements were conducted under the cloak of darkness, sans vehicle lights. Even local resources were tapped into, with ponies and porters from the Sopar area requisitioned for transportation. Secrecy was paramount, and the Indian Army ensured this through their nocturnal movements. Finally, the orders were issued and the troops were briefed. Brigadier Harbaksh Singh took command, issuing verbal orders at Handwara on the 16th of May. He made use of a SAN model, a tactical tool that gave a tangible representation of the battlefield. This briefing was not confined to the higher ranks. It extended down to the level of platoon commanders. Unit commanders received specific instructions to ensure every soldier had a thorough understanding of their roles. This comprehensive briefing ensured every soldier knew their role in the upcoming offensive.